Welcome in Crypto Vol channel. The current video about 1inch. As the DeFi business keeps on blasting, tokens like 1inch have been progressively coming to the front as financial backers search for the most imaginative undertakings to become involved with. In spite of being another token, 1inch has previously acquired a tremendous measure of help across the area, yet what precisely does it do? Cryptographic money is presently one of the most famous resource classes for retail exchanging, and the plenty of specialists, trades and exchanging stages available has made advanced cash more open than any time in recent memory. The difficulty is, with such countless various ways of purchasing and sell cryptographic money, it tends to be challenging to track down the most ideal rates without going through a long time fishing through various trades. That is where 1inch comes in. Really, it is a trade aggregator. This means the stage examines the most famous cryptographic money trades to track down the best costs for a specific token. It can then recourse clients' exchanges to get them the most positive circumstances for the exchange they are wishing to make. The upsides of such a framework ought to be genuinely self-evident, particularly given that 1inch can associate and along these lines total most of the top dexes available. The undertaking has unquestionably worked up interest of late and has seen some noteworthy cost development all through 2021. Yet, what could we at any point anticipate from 1inch going ahead? In the accompanying 1inch cost expectation for 2025 and 2030, we'll be investigating the venture and checking in with a couple of top industry experts at their cost estimates. We'll likewise be thinking about where 1inch openings into the more extensive DeFi scene and whether this present time is a decent opportunity to add the token to your portfolio. The history of 1inch. The 1inch stage was created by Russian engineers Sergej Kunz and Anton Bukov. They joined their broad experience of shrewd agreement reviewing to fabricate the outline for the convention. The beginning undertaking then got $2.8 million in financing from Binance Labs, Galaxy Digital, Greenfield One, Libertas Capital, Dragonfly Capital, FTX, IOSG, LaunchHub Ventures and Divergence Ventures, and was formally sent off in August 2020. When December 2020 came around, 1inch had gotten extra subsidizing of $12 million, drove by Pantera Capital, with others including Parify Capital, Blockchain Capital, Nema Capital and Spartan Group. It was as of now that the stage sent off its administration token, 1inch. The stage is based on the Ethereum blockchain and is managed by the 1inch Network Foundation, a non-benefit association. 1inch. Further developments. We've portrayed what 1inch does fundamentally, however the undertaking really offers something other than market total. Not long after its end-off, 1inch sent off its own robotized market creator, Uniswap. The group behind the task had recognized weaknesses in many existing AMs, scarcely astonishing given that they concentrated on numerous exhaustively to coordinate them, and Uniswap was hailed as the up-and-coming age of AM. The inward activities of Uniswap are unreasonably intricate to go into here, yet it actually consolidates the qualities of various existing business sector creators, for example, those utilized by Uniswap, Curve, and Balancer. However, means to work on the experience for liquidity suppliers and limit slippage, and along these lines make a more troublesome climate for exchange merchants. The fundamental advancement is the 5-minute time postpone Uniswap utilizes to bring down the overall revenues of exchange merchants. Rather than the cost being changed following an exchange, the market trade rates further develop all the more leisurely. The consequence of this is that exchange brokers can skim less out of the framework and a greater amount of any slippage stays inside the liquidity pools, and that implies liquidity suppliers end up with a more ideal arrangement. Notwithstanding its AM, the 1inch exchanging stage likewise offers the limit order protocol, which is really a scope of exchanging devices that you could find with a conventional dealer, like stop misfortune accept benefit orders as well as cost following requests. The 1inch token. The 1inch, 1inch, token was sent off in December 2020. It is dominatingly a convention. It is a multi-chain token, accessible on both Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. Taking a gander at 1inch's price history before we look forward to 2025 and 2030, we want to perceive how 1inch has performed since it was first recorded back in December 2020. Not exclusively will this let us know how the token has answered specific market influences, it will likewise permit us to see whether its cost moves in accordance with the more extensive cryptographic money market. Glancing back at 1inch's moderately short presence, we can see the token has encountered significant unpredictability step by step. For instance, having been exchanging at $2.36 in its initial not many days, 1inch plunged to only 89 cents before the finish of its initial experience on the trades. Be that as it may, only a long time later, in January 2021, it was up at $2.66. The symbolic's most memorable major rise then happened in February, while its exchanging cost went from $2.52 to $5.82 in only multi-week. A couple of long periods of genuinely wild cost variances followed, and 1inch sunk back to $3.61 before the month was out. WOC 2021 then saw a ton of development in the two bearings, with the token for the most part fluctuating between a low of around the $3.60 mark and an upper cost of around $5. April saw 1inch top at $6.47 following a short bull, however the token's best month to date was May 2021, during which it arrived at its unsurpassed high of $8.65. Denoting an increment of around 500% on its cost toward the beginning of the year. The coin has since gone into a drawn-out time of decline and, while it saw a lot of vertical development, it battled to remain above $3 across a lot of July and August. One more cost run in October saw 1inch hit $5.62, however from that point forward, it has again settled down under $2. Who are 1inch's competitors? A trade aggregator is a useful asset that saves digital money brokers a lot of legwork. Thusly, it will come as little shock that 1inch isn't the main venture working here. So who are its significant rivals and how would they quantify facing 1inch? Probably the most critical DeFi aggregators are Zapper, Zerion, Plasma.finance, and Matcha. Successfully, they all offer a comparative support and most importantly there are just so many liquidity pools and trades to examine at costs. It appears to be that the main distinctions, aside from a couple of convention developments, are to be found in the client experience. Each of the previously mentioned stages has a somewhat unique point of interaction, and some will speak to specific clients more than others. While 1inch may not be remarkable, it is seemingly the more refined project in the space. Critic, for instance, is focused on the people who favor the easiest experience, though 1inch gives an all the more remarkable exchanging apparatus suite. Basically 1inch isn't the main DeFi aggregator available, so financial backers ought to get some margin to investigate the other top undertakings. Would it be advisable for you to invest in 1inch? The benefits of stages like 1inch represent themselves. As DeFi keeps on flooding in notoriety, having the choice to smooth out the interaction and find the best trade rates by means of a solitary connection point is probably going to have far-reaching advance, and 1inch has a great number of trades and liquidity pools coordinated into its convention. Taking a gander at the 1inch cost expectations for 2025 and 2030, it appears to be that the task is generally expected to perform well before long and can possibly convey as both a mid and long-haul venture an open door. That being said, most stages are additionally anticipating unpredictability, so financial backers ought to know they might need to persevere through some unwanted cost development step by step. 1inch's greatest danger at the hour of compassing in any event presumably comes from rival